Hello, guys. Welcome again to another session of Cooking with Kezia. In this week's edition of our lockdown learning, our cook will be cooking a broad bean stew. And for this broad bean stew, we need 1 cup of pumpkin, 2 spring onions and 1 onion chopped, 1 cup of broad beans, turmeric, ginger, garlic, coconut milk with olive oil. And the first step of this process in making this broad bean stew, we start with 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Kezia? The pan. One. 2. Okay. It's 2 tablespoons of olive oil in the pan. And okay. And to the pan, to the oil that's eating nicely in the pan, we'll now have the onions and the spring onions. Along with 2 teaspoons of garlic, chopped garlic. We're using chopped garlic from the jar. So we'll add 2 teaspoons to that. Okay. Along with 2 teaspoons of ginger, chopped ginger. Okay, good. Give it a good stir. And we're going to saute this for a few minutes until the onion is softened and the spring onion softened and cooked. Good. So we cook this for a few minutes. Okay. A few minutes. That's nicely toasted. This is a quick and easy meal. It takes 30 minutes. Okay, give it a good stir. Now to this we'll add the pumpkin. Pumpkin, give it a good stir, and once we stir that, we'll have 2 teaspoons of turmeric. All right. 1. 2 teaspoons of turmeric, add it to the pan. We're gonna cook this for a few minutes to develop the flavour of the turmeric with the pumpkin and everything, and to seal it in. That's it. Stir it for a few minutes. Lovely flavours. That's it. Okay. Now the flavour is nicely developed with the turmeric and the pumpkin. Now we'll add 1 cup of coconut milk to the pan. Give it a good stir. Good stir. That's it. Ooh. The smell is divine. Right. Good stir. That's it. Well done. The coconut milk has been stirred in. Now, Kezia is going to add 1 cup of broad beans. We're using frozen broad beans, but you can use tin broad beans or fresh broad beans. They come into season at the end of June, but we're using the frozen ones. So give that a good stir. That's it. Stir it, fold it in very, very well, Kezia. That's it. That's it. Okay. And to this, we're going to add 150 mils of water. That's it. Stir. And bring to the boil. Right. Stir it and bring it to the boil. Now we're going to lower the heat and allow it to cook slowly until the pumpkin is cooked. We will stir it occasionally during the cooking process. And while the stew is simmering, Kezia will put the rice on to cook, which we'll be serving with the stew. So in the pan, it's got 1 cup of rice, 1.5 cup of water, some margarine, and a little bit of coconut milk. I'll give it a good stir with a sprinkle of salt. So we're going to put the lid on that one and leave it to cook. So it will cook just about the same time as the stew. Because I'll give your stew another stir. That's it. Ooh. That is bubbling nicely. That's it. Wow, lovely flavours. The smell is, ooh, absolutely gorgeous. That's it. Put the lid back on and lower the heat a little bit more. That's the stew. It's cooking nicely. It's time for another stir. Oh, really, really nice. The smell of all the flavours cooking together. Absolutely amazing. That's it. Put the lid on. Put the lid back on. And let it cook a bit longer. At this point you can season it with salt and pepper to taste, but we usually add salt and pepper at the end if we need it. But for now, all the flavours combined together will give it a good taste, so might not really need much other flavourings to it really, but it's, as I said, that is according to taste. Well, the stew is cooked down nicely. We're just going to check it now. Okay. Oh yeah, that's it. Cooked down nicely. The pumpkin is nice and soft. Now we're going to add 1 cup of butter beans to the stew. The butter bean it's from the can, so we didn't need to cook it as long as the frozen green beans. So we stir that in. Sprinkle some black pepper. That's it. A nice sprinkling of black pepper. Stir. And put the lid back on, and we'll leave that to cook through the butter beans. So the flavour of the stew is developed in the butter bean for about 5 minutes. And then we check the rice. It's coming. Oh, right. Well done, Kezia. The rice is coming along nicely, nearly finished. You see, I said if you put the stew and the rice on at the same time, they both finish literally Once the stew starts simmering down, you put the rice on, your meal will be finished at the same time. That's it. And these a few more minutes, put the lid on. That's it. And okay. So that's simmering down. The rice is steaming down a bit. And we await the result. There you have it, guys, our finished product. Broad bean, pumpkin and butter bean stew, which we're going to serve with rice. But you can serve this with yam, with cassava, or even with couscous. But today, we're serving it with rice. It's healthy, it's filling, and it's full of fiber. And it's meat-free. So, Kezia will start putting the stew on the rice. On the side. Put it on top as well. That's it. There we are. Our broad bean, pumpkin and butter bean stew with rice. Cooked by Kezia to be eaten by both of us. Thank you guys for watching this week's edition of Cooking with Kezia, Lockdown Learning. Broad bean and pumpkin stew. Thanks for watching. Bye.